planning and writing essays and papers. No matter what subjects you're studying in university, you'll be expected to write essays and academic papers as part of the requirements of your degree programme. These research assignments are valuable because they train you to focus your thinking on a topic, to write clearly, and to cite appropriate evidence to support your arguments. So the purpose of this section is to provide some practical advice on planning, researching and writing academic essays and papers. Let's start with planning your assignment. Step 1. Planning your assignment. Academic assignments are difficult because nobody tells you how to start or when to stop writing. To overcome this problem, you need to clarify the requirements of your assignment, choose your topic carefully, and specify your research question. Clarify what is expected of you. The first step in conducting a research assignment is to find out exactly what's expected of you academically. For this task, do not rely on second-hand information conveyed to you by other students, because it may be incomplete or inaccurate. Never assume anything about your assignment. Instead, make an appointment to meet your lecturers and professors and ask them for a copy of any relevant written regulations. Ask them what is expected of you in this project. For example, structure, content and word length required, and what the submission deadline is for the essay or paper. Choose your topic. If the topic of your assignment has not been set for you already, you can get good ideas from talking to staff members or from reading recent journal articles in your field. Specify your research question within that topic. Within your topic, it's important to specify your research question as precisely as possible. Remember that a topic is not a question. For example, whereas a topic may refer to a general academic field, such as law of contract, a research question is a specific problem within that area. For example, what constitutes economic duress in contract? Step 2. Researching your assignment, gathering and evaluating relevant information. The next challenge that you face is to gather and evaluate relevant information. And as library research is essential for all written assignments, you should learn how to search online retrieval catalogues and specialist reference sources in your field. Evaluating previous research. In Lesson 5, Improving Your Reading Skills, and Lesson 8, Evaluating What You Learn, you'll find some practical tips on thinking critically about other people's books and papers. Ideally, your work should build on but differ from previous research in its angle or focus. Documenting your reference sources. Be careful to record all the reference sources that you have used in your essay or paper. Failure to acknowledge your sources could lead to allegations of plagiarism, copying other people's writing, work or ideas and passing them off as your own. Step 3. Getting your ideas down on paper, writing the first draft of your assignment. The main objective of the first draft is to clarify your own thinking about the topic in question. Begin by making a preliminary outline of your essay or report. Before you begin to write, it's essential to make a map or outline of the sequence of your ideas. This outline should summarize your specific research questions, the scope and limitations of your coverage, and the evidence and arguments that you wish to use in your writing. Next, organize your material. The next task is to organize your ideas. In effect, this means that you have to decide which points and which strands of evidence hang together best. Next, work on the main body of the text. Start with the middle part or main body of the assignment. Here, your main task is to ensure that you cover what you said you would include. Remember your scope and limitations section. The key issue here is whether or not you have made sufficient points to support your conclusions. Remember that you must substantiate all your claims with appropriate evidence. Therefore, you must learn the art of referring to or quoting from scholarly sources in an effort to buttress your argument.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?